Welcome back to the Crude Project, everyone. I'm here with Ant and Kevin the 2 Cent, and as always, we have a great episode for you guys. Ant, what do we have on the dock for this one?
We've missed a lot in gaming news.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and recap a lot of what we've missed so far over the last month.
Yeah, a little month or a little over a month since we haven't done an episode or recorded.
And boy,
So,
let me tell you what, is this one got some bullshit over here, boy. Let me tell you what, all right? We got things going on with Palworld, Space Marine, PlayStation, fucking up like always, Ubisoft, Concord being an absolute success of a game. Loved it. Absolutely full achievements completed on that game. Great time. Great time.
Before we dive into all of those topics, you smell that?
Dark bark.
Oceanwood motion. Exotic executive.
Smells like success. You want a scent that'll hide your farts? Dark bark.
Do you want a scent that smells like a vacation you can't afford? Oceanwood motion.
Do you want a candle that'll hide the scent of your mistress? Exotic executive.
We told you we would do it. We've partnered with IllumineScents. We've created our own scents. Skip the FOMO. Buy our candles. We'll drop the link for you guys down below to check them out. Stay tuned. If you guys enjoy the content, please like and subscribe for more. Let's dive into this, buddy.
All right.
What we got with Palworld? What's going on with that?
All right. So
I
first
saw a little bit, but let's dive into it.
So Palworld came out, officially released May of 2023, I think it was.
Yeah, I believe. I think it was a little earlier than May.
No, it was in May.
Was it
its
in May?
official release was in May.
Well, it broke the internet. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it did.
At the time.
If you don't know, Palworld is very similar to Pokemon. It's very similar. Like, all of the characters are very similar. And so people were like, oh, they're going to get sued by Nintendo for that.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get a copyright strike. And sure enough, they did. But not for the likeness. Nintendo came out with this asinine copyright on... I'm going to try and word this as best as I can. Because in the picture for the copyright was a dinosaur. And I'm like, oh, they're copywriting T-Rexes. Okay, cool. Great. Can't they own a fossil? No. I believe, if I read this correctly, the action to which you are using an object to throw at another object in the same plane of existence, i.e. Pokeball, to catch said other object, which was the dinosaur, to then capture or something in that manner. Pretty much the use of using a Pokeball to capture another creature. They're trying
the action of it.
Yes, they're trying to copyright that action. But the problem, even furthermore, is the copyright came 2 months after Palworld had already released.
So do they even have a case now? It doesn't even seem like they have a case.
It doesn't seem like it. I don't know if they're trying to... It's such a broad and like...
If anything, I thought they were going to have issues and lawsuits because of the likeness of the creatures.
See, I think that's considered fair use of a way because they're not identical, but they're similar. But what a lot of people don't know, Pokemon came to the U.S. in 1996.
Okay.
There's a game called Dragon Quest that came out in 1987. Now, Kev, in your spare time here for a second, whenever you get a sec, I want you to look up the similarities of Dragon Quest, the original, and Pokemon. And we'll pull it up. And I'll let you decide who really ripped off who. Now, I've never shown you this. And I wanted to wait because I want you to see the similarities to the game Dragon Quest that came out in the 80s compared to Pokemon that came out in 96. And that's not even when it came...
versus 96.
Excuse me, 96 is when it came out in Japan. We didn't get it in the U.S. until like 99.
99, yeah, okay, yeah. Because I was going to say, we didn't get it.
Right. So I don't think they actually have much of a leg to stand on because everyone forgets of previous things, you know? And nobody really remembers, you know, oh, Dragon Quest was so similar. Yeah. Let's take a look. Can we get a bigger picture of that?
Yeah, zoom in on
Oh,
that.
oh. There it is.
There we go.
Okay, so
is it up? Perfect.
All right.
All right.
So on the left, that's Dragon Quest. Let's start at the top. Let's just start at the top. Oh, look at Zubat. Go over to the other side. Oh, look at Golbat. Go to the other side. Look at Caterpie. Go to the other side. And you just go on down that. Look at Gyarados. What? Look at that dragon. Look at Geodude. Huh. Dragonite at the bottom. You got Ghastly, Weezing.
Not gonna lie, the 86 Dragon Quest Dragon Knight looks way better than the Pokemon one.
That's what I'm saying. People forget things. People don't remember. Yeah. Oh, but Palworld ripped them off, right?
Look at Ghastly.
It's look at Weezing. Look at Weezing's got a little something on his crotch. I don't know what's going on with the Dragon Quest. They did a little something weird with that one. Well, you know what I'm saying? Psyduck, all of them. All of them look Rhydon, Pinsor.
Oh my god.
I gotta say, I didn't know this existed, but you know what Dragon Quest looks like? You remember the first gen Game Boy games? How they did the art for Pokemon? It looks closer to Dragon Quest than it does to...
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Dragon Quest has been out for a really, really long time, and it's nothing like Pokemon. It's an RPG style game. I've never played the original, but it's like a Final Fantasy. It's similar to Final Fantasy.
Is it owned by the same guys? Because you said Dragon Quest is a Japanese company, correct?
I know it is not. Pokemon and Dragon Quest, I do not believe they are owned by the same company. Pokemon, who owns Pokemon? I think Pokemon was their own thing.
Isn't it Nintendo?
Well, Nintendo bought Pokemon. They bought the rights to Pokemon.
Okay. So you're
Later
saying-
on. And this was like years later.
So you're...
But anyways, the point is, 10 years prior...
Yeah.
Dragon Quest was the thing. And this is Dragon Quest. And then Pokemon came out and said, I like that.
You know what? Palworld, do you.
Do you, dude?
Do you, man.
And people were like, yeah, but they're like, look at Lucario. I'm like, bro, how about you go lick a Frank, dude? All right.
Maybe that's why they are suing for the action of throwing a Pokeball, because
they have no leg to stand on.
Right, in terms of like visual similarities.
100%.
Right. If we can pull this up, if we can find like, obviously other people can be like, whoop. What are you suing us for? Likeness? Yeah, I don't think so, buddy.
Yeah. So
take a look.
They lost out on that, and I don't know how well they're going to be able to do for the whole
That whole
generic
Leonardo DiCaprio thing.
So I think they're actually going to lose out on that. I think Palworld is going to be safe, sound. They're actually looking to make it free to play soon, which may be a strategic move on them. Because if they're not making crazy money, it might help them in like a potential lawsuit. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a law advisor in any sorts.
I just
Lawyer.
That too. Tomato. You know what I mean?
I just don't think how this is gonna even go to any court. Dog, 2 months after, and then you're suing for what exactly? The action of it?
I can see a lawyer. You have like a boomer lawyer. So let me get this straight. You got these Pokemans, and somebody gonna be what's that thing called? Pokeballs. Okay. What's this one here? Charizard. What's that thing do? That's pretty wild. Yeah, I think my nephew's got something like this. Oh, okay.
What do you mean his tail's on fire?
Damn, that'd be dangerous, ain't it? He just talks for like 20 minutes, rants on it. You're on it. Oh, shit. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't see how this is going to work out for you, brother. Y'all might want to pack this one in, man. Go back head old Tokyo. Head on back there.
Tokyo.
Take that old bullet train. I heard y'all got them quick old Tokyo trains out there. You might want to head on back that way, because this ain't going to fly, homeboy. You leave my Dragonites alone, all right? Shoot. You say, how much they pay for these cards now? Shoot. I got a Camaro, I'll say you. That some bit don't run, but I tell you what, when she
Don't
did.
run.
When she did. Speaking of good old America, Space Marines 2, baby.
Right.
That came out. Utter success. People
40K a Space Marine.
40K Warhammer, baby. Came out. Utter success. People tried to review bomb it.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, people who were hating on it.
What do you review bombing for? But dog, it's a
the
good game.
the whole woke thing. When people 40K tried to go under a whole woke revision where they were having like women space marines and stuff like they were trying to like change a lot of stuff in the game, and they were like, no, how about no? This game has been going on as a tabletop game and as a video game as a franchise for 37 years, I think. You can
that's a long franchise.
You can eat a Frank, all right? They're space marines, they're all men, they're genetically enhanced. This is how it is. There's no women in the game. And is there?
The
the Cadian commander. Yeah. But I mean, like, as a marine wise,
she's barely.
She's probably all up on testosterone, dude. She probably got bigger than me.
Honestly,
she got some big balls. I mean, she out there, dude. She out there. My lord.
She has a lower voice than the main character, I feel like.
Yeah, Titus. Yeah.
Jeez.
But the game's fun. I gravitated to the game from Helldivers, which I heard. Kev was telling me Helldivers is making a comeback. All right.
I heard that too.
I was shitting on the game for the longest time, as it needed to be, and it looks like they've turned it around. For quick perspective, they had a grenade in the game that did 100 or 150 or 200 damage. They reverted all the nerfs, and now the grenade does 2,000 damage. It's a grenade now. It's a grenade. Before it was a party popper. Now that some bitch is a grenade. Dude, I saw somebody throw one of the grenades at one of the Bile Titans, and it stuck to his head, and the whole thing just collided. It was like, damn! And that motherfucker did the goddamn.
Did the T-Rex.
Dude, it hit the paraplegic, dog. Hit the ground. I was like, whoa. Now they took away all the nerfs they did prior, but a lot of people were like, joking about the game. And this is the problem with games.
Mm-hmm.
They mess up a game for so many months. Sony is big to play. We're going to get into Sony too, because Sony has just been left, right, and center just messing it up, dude. Dropping the ball here and there. Sony was a big part of why they cut off access to like other countries of the game because of PSN networks. The changes that they were having to make, all kinds of stuff was all Sony's fault.
Right.
And it wasn't the developers of Arrowhead. But they reverted a lot of things back. And a lot of people are like, wow, that's really cool. Too late. I don't like the game anymore.
Right.
And that's the problem. The game was killed for a lot of general. Now, people who really like the game and they're just like, okay, well, I want something out of the play, they'll come back to it. And a lot of people did. But a lot of people are like, yo, you and the 12 fans are really going to love this update. And it's like, damn it, dude. But it's true because, I mean, if you look at the Steam charts, I'm pretty sure its average player base is nowhere near what it should be.
But is it climbing back up?
It might. Now, it will probably take a little bit of time, but the thing is, you probably need some big names to be like, oh, the game is great again, right? And that's the thing I don't like.
The Doc jumps on it.
Dude, shoot, the Doc get on it, it's going to ruin it.
He gonna get banned again. He's gonna get canceled again.
Doc, there's no kids on there. What are you doing?
All right, anyways, well, speaking of PlayStation. 25th year? 25 year? Or was it 30 year?
30, I think it's a 30-year retro edition.
Not gonna lie, it looks kind of cool. But
great people. Looks really good. It's gonna play retro games. Looks really clean. Love it. It's amazing.
That aside, the retro thing aside, let's talk about the PS5 Pro. Pro. It's not Pro. It's Pro.
I have never thought of a game console that took away a disk drive and charged you more.
Right.
When I saw the PS5 Pro did no longer came with a disk drive and it's now $100 more, I thought, wow, this console is just gonna have something more to offer. It actually had more than less to offer even after that. They don't have the stand. You don't get the stand with it. The stand is sold separately.
Oh, so we're turning into Apple.
Oh, 100%. And the thing is, the PS5 is not supposed to be on its side. You know, like the original PlayStation where the disk drive was up. All consoles were like that. It's evidently supposed to just be like this. And it cannot
stand
on its own without the stand.
So they're forcing you
to buy the
to
stand.
buy the stand because the game is supposed to, well, the console is supposed to stand vertical.
Yes.
Wow, Sony.
Dude, if you do a side-by-side comparison of the visual additives that they're doing because of the enhanced hardware,
Right.
You look at them and I'm like,
What changed?
you like added like a shader or something? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
Like,
What changed? Nothing. Literally nothing.
the PS5 has the graphic capability of a 2080, which you can buy on eBay for $150. You can build a computer cheaper than you can buy the new PS5 Pro.
What's crazy? What's crazy is that when the PS5 dropped, they had the disc version, right? And they had the digital version. The disc version costed a little more, but the digital version costed a little bit less. So how are you going to tell me the PS5 Pro, which is just the digital, you don't get a disc version,
Is more.
is more?
And I don't know what's so pro about it.
Right. Nothing pro about it, honestly.
Nothing pro about it. I mean, the Sony's just a big fuck you. It's just constant. That's all it is. Sony has been moving in ways here recently that I just don't understand. They moving different. They moving like Oppenheimer. They moving like an invasive species right now. I don't get it.
I'm gonna need Sony to get this shit together.
It's bad.
ASAP.
And people were like in the crowd like, yeah, PS5 Pro. I'm like, dude, you don't just stop. Buy a Nintendo Switch. You don't deserve anything better than
Speaking
that.
of Nintendo Switch, there's leaks of Nintendo Switch 2, and it looks kind of crispy.
Dude, I've always thought about getting a Nintendo Switch. You know what I'm saying? Like something, that's kind of like a chill time. It could be on the couch playing a little Zelda or something like that. Or if I decide I want to get up and take my chicken nuggets into the other room because I'm a child and I play a Nintendo. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure. But, I'd love it. I like Nintendo. I've loved Nintendo for a long time. And I feel like a lot of their games are really fun. So much fun. Like
Mario Kart.
anything, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Straight throwing the controllers. I love that, though.
Yep.
I'm losing a controller when I play Mario Kart at least once. Got to. There's no way, dude. You ever played online against people in Japan?
Yes.
Fuck those people.
Forget about it.
They can't-
I'm last every time. I'm last. Yes, I do suck against the people that are in Japan playing. No.
I don't understand.
I
They
don't like
can't-
the game because, yeah.
Asian
Forget
people
it.
can't drive in real life, but to tell you
They,
what,
they told me the trick is to drift. The trick is to
Tokyo.
Yeah, I drifted. I did the Tokyo drift every single time. I did it for the entire lap. I still came in last. Forget about it. Anyways, I think people are getting a little too comfortable with paying more and more and more. And speaking of paying for more and more and more, let's dive into this next BS.
Ubisoft wants quadruple A games, which is not a thing. This is not a thing.
No.
Quadruple A games, Ubisoft is the only company that has said quadruple A games. Everybody else is like, what the fuck are you talking about? What is that? What even is that? And they're like, it's our games. Oh, you mean Skull and Bones? Oh, you mean the game that's now 60% off? You mean that? It's quadruple A. They want to now start charging $80 to $100 for the game. No additives, all right? We're talking about you're paying $100
They want to make that a normal.
cost for their quadruple A games. Dude, I'll stick to double A games. Are you kidding me?
I'll go back to PS1.
I'll find indie games. You know what I'm saying? And to speak on that, it won't fly.
No.
It'll fly for some, but not for the majority. I saw this is a YouTube video that Ubisoft brought out, and I saw one of the comments, and it stuck out to me. And it said, these developers don't understand.
Uh-huh.
We true gamers have a backlog of games that we could play for years,
Right.
decades even. We don't need new games. And every now and again, we'll get a great diamond in the rough. Space Marine 2. I paid full price for that game. I don't regret it at all.
Right. And I think that's what they're forgetting, because you start doing shit like this where you start charging people a lot more for newer games. Well, people are just going to be like, you know what? I like my old one. I'm just going to stick to playing whatever I was playing a year ago.
100%.
Because why not? I'd rather not pay $100 for a shit Skull and Bones game or whatever else that's going to come out that's going to be in the same level of shittiness.
Extreme level of creativity.
Right. And they'll just stick to a good game that they've been enjoying for years. So that's how you start losing business.
Well, Ubisoft decided instead of their great way to just lose business after dropping bombshell after bombshell, and they were going to view bot their own videos. Ubisoft was caught so red-handed. I mean, it was whatever service they paid for.
Yeah.
Now, it has not been confirmed they paid for that service, but it was on their video. So you know what I'm saying? You can only put one and one together. Who's paying for this, right? Did Ubisoft? Did YouTube? Regardless, on one of their recent videos, and I believe it was for a release of the new Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay, great. Assassin's Creed Shadows?
Yes. The one that's got like all the issues and everybody's like, oh,
nobody gives a shit about that anymore, bro. It was such a hype game.
Why it was
Everybody
view-botted.
Yeah.
That's why it was view-botted. And so when you look at the comments on it, every single one of these bot comments, 4 hours ago. It's like everything commented the exact same time. And all of the YouTube channels were a first name, a last name, followed by 4 numbers.
Wow.
Every single one. Now, they weren't just like W, great game, love this. Some were like, these AI bots are way more sophisticated now, dude. When they're doing comments, they will literally talk to one another.
Stop playing.
I'm not kidding. They were like, is somebody watching the same as me? This game is absolutely beautiful. That was one of the comments. Now, I watched, I believe it was Asmongold.
Yeah.
Watched a reaction video that he did to it. And somebody in his chat was like, see when the accounts were made. You can do that. You can click on anybody's YouTube channel and see when the account was made. All of them were made within the same week.
Okay. 2 things, okay? First, let me tell you about this thingamajig that I came across. So I saw this where it's a phone farm.
A who?
A phone farm.
We're growing phones now?
So apparently what they're doing now for comments, likes, all this shit, what they're doing.
They got a warehouse.
Dog, they got a warehouse, like servers.
But they're all phones.
But they're all phones. And they all get connected to like an end device. And then you have automated messages from all of these devices being pushed. Likes. This is how it's being done. A lot of these. It's called phone farming or whatever the hell it's.
So when you're
insane.
going to recycle your phone, that's where it's going.
If you can, please.
You ever seen those where you go, hey, recycle your phone, and you throw it in there? They're just putting a new battery in that bad boy,
and then they're using it and they're farming it. And this is how, if someone posts a video, boom, you get like however many likes or some shit. Majority of those are bots coming from these phone farms, and this is very famous. This is a very like a now thing that's happening in China. Like it's very prominent in China. It's
Holy
insane.
Shit, dude.
Yeah,
That's
it's insane.
Crazy.
And then the other thing that you were talking about, like the AI bots talking to each other, crazy, because you know what I came across? Let me see if I can find this real quick. If not, then
oh my gosh. Is that what?
Yeah. All right, so it's up. So yeah, for you guys, take a look. This is what they do.
Yo, it's got to be so hot in there.
Dog, and it's just like, I saw another one where there was an actual video of it. I saw that there was like, imagine these, right?
Look at
But
that
like,
fossil they're running off of.
Right, but imagine this, but like a server house.
Like a massive warehouse, like a Bitcoin farm, how they do in China with the big old fans and everything pushing all that air
mining that shit, bro. Yeah. So it's insane how they're doing this, and this is how they're getting a lot of people are getting their likes, their comments, and bot comments and shit. You would think like, oh, that person liked, but no, you're fighting bots in the comment section against people like this who are just automating messages from just phones.
That is crazy insane, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find this, but well, anyways, I think I remembered. Okay, so the AI thing that you mentioned, that they're just like, they're sophisticated and they're talking to each other thing, right? Apparently there was a time when it was Facebook. Yes, it was. It was Facebook. They were working on an AI model that was, at the time, this was years ago. They were working on an AI model that apparently it got out a little bit out of hand, and the AI, they were talking peer to peer type of thing. The AI was not responding anymore to the commands that it was built on. The AI was now communicating with the AI, like back and forth with another AI or with that same AI, like code between them internally. And so
That's some nuke the servers type shit right there.
yeah, so then they were like, yo, what's going on? And they were told to shut that shit down ASAP. And so they abandoned that project.
Have to, dude. That's some.
Now, this
was that movie with Will Smith? I Am Robot.
I Am Robot. Now imagine, that was years ago. Imagine
now.
How much progress they've made and what are they doing now with it? How sophisticated AI is getting now, or has gotten now. So when you said that was a thing that popped in my head. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I remember that AI project that Facebook abandoned years ago.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's wild, because I've seen, like, you can even go on like Twitter and find bots that will talk to each other, YouTube comments,
right?
Other things like that, and they'll just have a whole conversation with one another.
Yeah, we want to transition into this dragon. What was it? Dragon Age?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So this is a video that Asmongold. I watched the reaction video of Asmongold reacting to the new Dragon Age Veilguard, I believe that's what it's called. So they had Dragon Age, been a game that's been out for a while, and I liked it. Fun game. I played Dragon Age 1 and 2.
Real quick, Kev, do you have this up? Just to give a perspective on going back to Space Marine. Just want to give you guys a perspective of how good the game is. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, because I forgot to mention this. This is every critic's review for Space Marine 2 so far. So for people that are like review bombing this or that are talking shit about it, that how it's not good or whatever, these reviews can speak for itself.
Yeah, no, the game's super great. The campaign has been really good, pretty fun. I've enjoyed it.
But yeah, anyways, can you pull up the name or image or whatever of the Dragon
Age Veilguard.
And put that up, please, so people know what the hell we're talking about. But
yeah, so Asmongold reacted to the introduction video that I think Ubisoft is making this one as well.
Ubisoft is making this?
Who made Anthem? EA Games. Sorry, it's EA Games. EA, because this I guess is supposed to try and replace Anthem, because Anthem was an absolute flop, and there's a few selection of people who are trying to revamp Anthem, and it's just, I don't think it's working as well. It's done better, but Anthem's flopped.
Right.
Anthem was a horrible flop. If you remember
Today
Anthem,
we got another game.
My God, scared the shit out of me.
Sorry.
Damn, Kev. Go ahead.
Anthem flopped, and so now Dragon Age Veilguard is supposed to come. Now, the first two Dragon Age games were pretty fun. They were single-player RPG games, like Witcher 3 style, or Skyrim or something like that. Open world, kind of run around. And a lot of people didn't enjoy Asmongold's reactions to the game. Now, if you don't know Asmongold, he just says what it is, how it is, what's on his mind, so long as it's not going to get him immediately canceled.
Right.
You know?
Honestly, like it's a little, I would say it's common sense as well.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's just his own opinion, and he just says whatever is really on his mind. And he was kind of saying, he was like, yeah, of course I'm going to play this game. You know, he's down to play it. He wants to try it. But then when he starts to talk negatively about it, there was a lot of people who are like diehard Dragon Age Inquisition or Dragon Age fans who were just like, oh, he doesn't know anything about the game. He's just talking out of his ass and all this and other. But then he got to a point of where there is, that's the game. Why is it so zoomed in? What is he holding? A massive kunai?
I don't know. That looks like it.
I don't know. Either way, there's a part where they start talking about the character creation.
Yeah.
And if you decide to, I guess, change your character's gender in the game,
Okay.
you're going to have scars showing if you went from like female to male to cut off your boobies.
Nah.
And I was, you know, I have to agree with what Asmongold said. He didn't say anything like, you know, oh, forget the trans people or down with the trans people. He was like,
Why is that necessary?
This is so lazy. This is and I agree with it. It's so lazy in a way of thinking and creativity in a game based all around dragons, magic, and various other races that do not exist. To
Right.
add that feature in a game of magic. Now I changed my gender. I have to have scars, but I can shoot lightning out of my dick. Come on, dude. They literally have a dick slider to change your dick size, but like I gotta have scars. I can't just change. I'm a wizard, Harry. Like it's these little things that they add in
Yeah.
that are just another thing of that wokeness to try and just for the benefit of like we get it, but like, dude, stop. Like time and time again, we say that's cool, great, hey, do whatever you want. Stop adding it in video games.
It's just like, why is that necessary?
It's not, and that's the thing. It's so wild that they have to go through the hoops of putting it in a game that is revolved around dragons and magic.
That energy that was put towards that aspect could have gone towards anything else to make the game even better.
And then people will argue, be like, well, what does it do? It doesn't hurt you. I get that, but you're pushing an agenda that doesn't need to be in video games.
Right.
If you play video games to understand an agenda of another community, that's wild. I don't think we're on the same level here. I don't think we're in the same sort of room of thinking. Right. I don't play games to understand someone else's agenda or their way of life.
Right.
I play a game because, wow, this is a great escape from reality. This is really cool. I like this storyline. Not, oh, okay, so if I remove my boobs as a woman, I will have a scar. Very good. I will note that down. I will tell my children about this. Dragon Age. Transitional scars. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Stop. And it's the exact reason why Concord failed.
What was it? 400 million?
400 million they wasted on that game. Concord was an absolute failure of a game because they focused so much on the wokeness of a game and not enough of the actual game. And so then when the game came around, it was up for a week and they dropped it and closed the
My
servers.
God, a week.
This is not the only game that this was a game that was backed by Sony and
Right.
failed, right? So people probably thought after what was it called, the Dust Bowlers or Dust Bins? What were they? The one where they were like the singing game or something like that, and they were all supposed to be like, you know, edgy, alternative, you know, woke people.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't remember the game, but I know what
I
you're
think it's
talking
like
about. I
Dust
saw
Bowlers
that.
or were the Dust Bowlers or something
Some
like
shit
that.
like that. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I
That
don't
game
remember
failed.
the exact
Absolutely
name.
failed. There was more people who made the game than playing it.
What was it, like 12 people or something like that?
No, it was like 67 people playing it, but there was 100 plus people in the devs that made it.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, not even the people played the game. That speaks volumes.
That concurrent player count was insane.
Nuts. And then Concord just fell off the planet, dude. And it was just like, this game was supposed to be, I don't even know what kind of game.
Wasn't it like a
I think it's supposed to be like an Overwatch style
like an
game or
Overwatch
something like
shooter
that.
type of game?
Dude, Deadlock. Deadlock took it over. You know, Deadlock wasn't
Right.
even out, and the game was more excited than Concord was. And Concord was out for a week.
One failure after another failure after another failure on literally every spectrum that you can think of. Every freaking industry or of the gaming or whatever you want to think of. Like, if it's console, they're failing at it. If it's games, they're failing at it. If it's the companies, they're failing at it. What is going on? Something
People
has
are-
to change.
They're focusing on the wrong things.
Yeah.
Is what it is. They're focusing on the wrong things, and it's all this agenda that they want to push. Just focus on making a game, dude. Dragon Age has been around for a long time. Long enough to be able to continue with a story, make some stuff up. Why do we have to sprinkle in things? And people are like, it'll just be a small amount. Oh, it doesn't bother you that much. No, but when you start stacking and stacking, just look at all the games that they're trying to just constantly
Right.
push it and put. But
And
when
how
they
many
make
of those
their
have-
own, it fails.
Right. And how many of those have been failing? Almost every single one of them.
Every Dust Bowlers, Concord.
Can they not just take a page out of the older games and be like, why did that game succeed for years?
Right? How many people still play CSGO? Holy shit, dude. CSGO 2 came out, and I mean, it still plays like Dota 2.
Right.
Daisy.
That's all I'm saying. A little bit of reflection is needed here. Reflect on what the hell you guys are doing and see why it's not working. And Ubisoft
Quit.
spending big money, losing big money.
Ubisoft and
Consistently.
Sony, dude.
Yeah,
Make
consistently.
no sense.
Something's got to change because there's a lot of people that look forward to something that they're making, and then the end result turns out to be trash,
Horrible.
and a whole bunch of people are let down by it. And as a result, later on, you get a lot of people that are off your bandwagon and don't want to ever touch a game from that company again. So make some changes. That's all we have for today. Well, guys, that's a little bit of a recap for everything that we have missed for a while now since we, came back from a
Probably
little
more
bit of
we've missed, but
yeah, probably more missed. So let us know what we missed in the comment section, and we'll address it. We'll talk about it, react to it, respond to your comments in the comment section if you guys enjoy the content here. If you got any value from it, if it was informative, well, leave us a like, a review. Go over to our Spotify channel. Follow us over there for a great commute listen, and we will see you guys on the next one.
see
ya.
ya. Go buy our candles.
Oh, that's right.